Hey everyone, I am back again with another question and an opinion. I'm not going to say it's an answer, um, but it's my opinion to the latest question that Father Justin gave me to work on in this series. So the question that I'm addressing today is, how should Anglicans approach or identify with the 19th century Oxford movement within our communion, and whether or not we should include or exclude, I suppose, John Henry Newman. So a nice little brief, long and short answer would be that I think we should be thankful for the liturgical movement or the liturgical renewal that they were, and that they were trying to get back to. But maybe without necessarily buying into all of their conclusions for it to be a movement. Because I think the word movement, especially nowadays, includes certain connotations that automatically pit people against each other. So that should probably be a term that should be stayed away from. But what is the Oxford movement, or what was it? It was also called the Tractarian movement, and it was a spiritual and theological revival that began in 1833 with the publication of the first tract for the times of John Henry Newman. And to keep this video short, I won't go into great detail about him specifically, but I encourage you to research him. He wrote a lot of great things, and I encourage his reading. The core identity of the movement was to recover the church's Catholic identity. It was to teach that the Church of England was not just a national church or a Protestant body, but the branch of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. It saw the church as a supernatural society, not merely a moral or historical institution. And it led to a spiritual and liturgical awakening. Apparently the church had became more evangelical and on that side of the lean. So this, for the lack of a better word, right now, this movement was to correct it, so to speak, and get the church back to the more Catholic roots. Now, to answer the question clearly, it seems to be very based on opinion, because, as you know, the Anglican Church has many different directions. That's why we have the symbolic Anglican compass, where we have the center as the true church or Christ, but there are offshoots that are more liturgical or Catholic oriented, and then there's others that are more evangelical. Now, I agree with the what we're going to call the Oxford movement, because I tend to lean more Catholic in my worship, in my belief and that type of thing, especially coming from an evangelical background. Mind that the true church should always be centered and oriented towards Christ. And if the Oxford movement did that, then God bless it. I believe it did, and maybe there's room, down the road that we see for the opposite. But as long as we are oriented towards Christ, that is the main objective.